Hello, my name is Leonard Brown, and I'm here to tell you why you should never pay a charged off account. Okay, so before we get to the never pay portion, let's just explain what a charged off account is. That's when a company is owed a debt and they feel that they can no longer collect on the debt. It's normally after 90 or 120 days. They'll just go ahead and write it off. So they'll write it off at the end of the year, and then after that, they'll go ahead and contact let's just call it XYZ collection agency, and then XYZ collection agency will then try to attempt to collect on that debt. So in order to help you understand, let's say you had a Sprint bill, it was late 120 days, Sprint then is going to write it off, they're going to charge it off, and then they're going to sell the debt for pennies on the dollar. Now once something has just been charged off, the collection agency company doesn't have legal right to go ahead and start collecting from you. And that's what we don't know, but they will work really hard and really creative to get that legal right. You never did any business with XYZ collection company, you never signed any papers with them, you never promised to pay them anything, and yet still they're calling you telling you that you owe them money. And here's why. They're going to call on a recorded line, and in a matter of 30 seconds they're going to get you on the hook for this money. They're going to say, hey, this is XYZ company, call on a recorded line about your debt, your Sprint debt that you owe, and then they're going to say, is this John Doe? And bam, just like that, you're going to agree that it's you. They're going to ask, is the address on file correct? And then with that being said, you're going to validate the debt right then and there, and now you're on the hook for that money. So anytime a collection agency calls you, the first thing you should do is hang up, and that should always be your method. Until you're ready to handle it, hang up, because you don't want to put yourself on the hook for something, especially something that you don't have to pay. So you always want to be very careful with that. So you say, okay, then what do I want to do? Because I want to make sure I do get this taken care of, and I understand that. And you have three options here. The first one is the one I would recommend, is get with a credit repair company. They can help you legally get those things taken off of your report. I know working with people's credit, the first thing they think is, well, I do owe this money, and I tell them, well, the company already charged it off. They already wrote it off. There's 79% of all credit reports have errors on it. And the problem is we think, well, I did owe Sprint money, so it should be on there, and it may not supposed to be on there. So they can legally get things taken off. The second thing you can do is a pay per delete. It's where you just go ahead and you contact XYZ company. You tell them, hey, if I pay this, will you delete it for me off of my credit report? They have the power to do so. So you want to make sure you get that in writing first, though. Always get it in writing, and then go ahead and pay and get it deleted. And then the third option is to just go ahead and pay. You see you have a charged off account and collections, you just go ahead and pay. That's the one I would not recommend, and the reason why is before you pay, it just says collections. After you pay, it says paid collections, and both of them are negative marks on your credit score. What most people don't know is that paying your debts does not increase your credit score. Once the debt is on there, it's on there, and it's going to be negative. So you really want to get it taken off if you're going to pay it. True story, we had a client who, before they came to us, they said, I'm just going to fix my own credit. I'm just going to pay off everything. They paid off everything in collections, and then their score still wasn't moving upwards. They got with us, and in a matter of about 30 days, they had over 190 plus point jump, because we were able to get all of that stuff removed right off of their credit report. So once again, get with a credit repair agency. That's your first step. Or number two, go ahead and try to get a pay per delete. A lot of companies do that, but the thing that you do not want to do is you do not want to just go ahead and pay something just because it's been charged off. And also remember, when the collection companies come calling, hang up. Don't worry, they're going to send you. They will send you something in the mail where you can get some time to look at it and decide what strategy you want to do. But you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're on the hook for something that you didn't have to be. And that's why you should never pay a charge off.